What's going on, everybody? New chapter. This is where I am setting my groundwork for what I want to run as a business in bait making. This is where Trophies or Trees Baits is taking off. I got my setups. I got all my dyes. The dyes that I have them, the colors underneath, the camera, ventilation, another fan over here. I got my microwave. I've got Pyrex already full of some of the baits that I made a little bit ago, a couple days ago. And I want to take you on my journey with me. So stick around. Alright, most important thing is going to be mixing up the plastisol, getting all the chemicals mixed together evenly. When they sit for a period of time, they'll start to separate. So you want to make sure that you go in, you do your best not to get it oxygenated, and get everything all combined nice and neat like. I ordered my Pyrex off of Amazon. I got 3 different sizes. Got the ladle from Walmart. Highly recommend getting stuff that you're not reusing in your house. Makes cleanup a little bit more of a process and more of a necessity. Here I can just let it sit if I really want to and don't have to worry too terribly much. So I'm just gonna throw some colors together tonight. I'm not shooting for anything in particular, so I'm just gonna I'm making 2 cups of plastisol, and I'm just gonna push out Cincos and lizards until I'm out of plastic, really. Alright, so once you start heating up the plastisol, it starts releasing fumes that are not good to be breathed in. So I have a fan. It's going to have to be running. It's going to make it for a little iffy audio. But I've got 2 molds here that I'm looking at. I've got my 5-cavity Cinco mold. I've got that one. That one's been producing some really good quality worms out of that. And then I've got my favorite mold here. My favorite one here is my lizards. These are 6-inch lizards. I think they're 6-inch, 6.5. I forget what I ordered, but they've been doing pretty well out on the river, so I've got no complaints on that one. Now I went kind of cheap. I got an injector off of Amazon. It's not the best quality. It's fairly small. I get enough plastic in this to make 1 set of lizards, 1 set of worms, and then I got a refill. So if I had any more molds that I wanted to do at once, I'd have to find a larger injector to accomplish the task. Um, let's go ahead and get the first plastic in. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay, plastic's been in for a few minutes. We're gonna take a look at it, see the temperature. I've never made 2 cups at once, so let's give her a gander. We are extremely cold, so we're gonna put it back in for another couple minutes. Take a look, see how that works, and we'll be back again. I'm thinking we're gonna try to go with one of the suggestions and make like a maroonish color. This is new to me, so I'm not exactly sure what this is gonna take, but I got Dead On Plastics, a liquid colorant. I've got red and I've got black. I think that the two of those should mix nicely to make that work. We'll try some black flakes. We'll try that out. I think we'll put some garlic in it too. Alright, we're just about there. We'll start mixing colorant in. See where we can get this. I have a glove. Luckily, Pyrex hasn't been something that I've had a problem with getting too hot to handle. Where the heat becomes an issue is with the injector. The molds warm up, but they cool down quickly as well. So we'll give that a try. Let's just give it a squirt. See where that takes us. See where that takes us. Yeah, the bottom half of the cup is still too cool. But I think as far as red, I think that's as far as we're going to go with red. And from here we'll try adding a little bit of black. See where that gets us. Let's start with 10 drops, see what that gets us. Temperature difference is making it impossible for it to. What happens if I put some more red in it? Like I said, I've never made 2 cups, so all this is pretty new to me on this aspect. So we'll go ahead and warm it back up. It's cooled down tremendously. Yeah. We're gonna try red instead because that black made it really dark. So I'm thinking that the shimmer of the red will stand out. Actually kind of digging this color. It's like a blood red. It might be interesting. I think the black flakes will stick out, so I'll throw a little bit of both in there. And yeah, that'll be pretty cool. So from here we want to add our glitter. I'll go ahead and put some black in it. Going more black than red in it now. The red will just kind of give it like some red spots and definitely assist it with shimmering in the sunlight. Let's see how that looks. I don't know if you can see that. I think that looks pretty neat. That'll be an interesting color. That'll definitely be interesting. It'll be fun to see how that turns out. One thing I want to do that I forgot, I have scent. I have garlic scent. I have it double bagged, and it is still overbearing. I am not convinced that hit me. I'm not convinced that scents make it more or less effective as far as a lure. I'm not convinced, but until I have reason to go yay or nay. Alright, I'm only going to do 3 drops. That'll spread out. Ugh. Good Lord. Alright. I'm really interested to see how this turns out. Get in the cup. There we go. Alright, we'll throw it back in the microwave. Now that we have a color that we're going for. Give it another minute 45 in it. So before we put the flakes in it, this is pretty much the color that it came out. This will definitely be interesting to see. A couple things, if you're looking to get into bait making, it's not super cheap to start up, but you can definitely get started with the bare minimums, just like I did. I've been doing this for I've been doing this for about a month, tinkering, trying to figure out the ins and outs. I've been doing a lot of research with it. One source that I've really been using and leaning on is YouTube. There's a gentleman on there, World's Worst Fishing. He does custom baits, all kinds of stuff. He's got startup tutorials as well. So if it's something that you're interested in trying to get into, I highly recommend watching him. He's very knowledgeable in his craft. He comes up with some pretty neat stuff. Yeah, that's hot now. Pyrex is still okay to touch. Alright. Alright, now that we got the temperature we're looking for, we're going to feed it into the injector and make our first round of worms and lizards. Now you want to push it just enough until you feel some resistance, and then hold it there for a second. Fill your sprue. Ooh, just barely. That injector heated up pretty quick. Alright, now we're just going to let it sit for a few minutes. It's not that much, or it's not that long. It doesn't take long. It starts cooling instantly, especially with the fan on these molds. It'll definitely help it cool down quicker. Let's throw this in there to remelt that. What I like to do is I like to keep it in or near the microwave just to keep it as warm as possible for as long as possible, because it's not, you can only remelt plastic so many times before it's just no good. You clean the excess out of your injector. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. There we go. Pull that out. Pull that out. Alright, I'm back. I got the water. It's time to see our product here. Let me move you over here. Alright, this is going to be the first go. This is the Cincos. Wow. It's a really nice blood red, maroonish. The black and red flakes really look good in them. That's kind of neat. Those are the Cincos. Those are the Cincos, and now my injector rolls into the picture. This is going to be the lizards. Let's get those back a little bit. This is going to be the lizards. Oh, those came out nicely. Those came out very nicely. Nice red color. The tails are nice and transparent. garlic is strong. Good Lord. Not bad at all. So we'll get these in the bath, get the molds back together, and we'll pump them out until I got no more plastic. One thing I forgot to mention, I got this awesome case for, I believe it was Christmas. It's a razor blade set, or it's a multi-tool. It's got screwdrivers, wrenches, like small scale. Put it together, it forms a rifle, but what I really like is the barrel here is a razor blade. I use it to, when I use my open pour molds or my Cincos here, I like to use it to help me cut the sprue off, because it gives me a nice clean cut. It's super easy. And now we've got Cincos that are free from their sprue. Alright, so that was the first round. I'm going to get this restarted. Like I said, we're going to pump out lizards and worms until I'm out of plastic for this cup. I'm not going to bore you with the long process. It's just going to be the same thing over and over. So, at the end, I will, once all the plastic is gone, we will come back together and I'll show you what two cups of plastisol will get you. And kind of review the color and the process. So we'll catch you then. Another thing that I forgot to cover, with plastics, or working with plastisol to make soft baits, you want to give your baits a bath, and basically what that does is it helps the bait speed up the solidifying process. When it comes out, it's really soft. Throw it in some cold water, or I've seen some people say ice water, and from there it will solidify. After that, I try to give it about 24 hours to fully cure to the point that it's going to, and then I take them out on the water. Alright, I am just now finishing up 2 cups of plastisol. I've got just under a quarter left. That's not a whole lot to work with, so when I get down that low, I just heat it up, let it all melt into one pool, and then I'll let it cool off into a solid puck until the next time that I use that color or around about that color, remelt it down. I do what I can with what I got. So those 2 cups, they gave me quite a few baits. I should have plenty of those for a good minute. The lizards turned out phenomenal. I'm really happy with those. The limbs are super transparent. The flakes turned out just great. The worms, they're super solid, but yet very flimsy. I like that. That'll give them a good action in the water. If you want to, you can get this started. Just need some kind of mold. This is what I started out with. I started out with hand pour molds. They're silicone. Got them online. You just melt your plastic, pour them into the forms, and then pull them out. That's what I started with. I've moved up to the aluminum molds. Got my Cincos, my lizards. And then that's what you need. An injector. You can get them cheap on Amazon, or you can get good quality through other makers. You need Pyrex cups to melt your plastic in. You can microwave these for days and they're still manageable with the hands. You need a microwave, and something to stir with. And that'll get you started. Then once you get that kind of stuff, you got your glitters, your colors. I'm starting to get an inventory of colors now. And then about a 5-gallon bucket of plastic. That's what I started out with, on a gallon. And that's what you can do to get started. If you have the finances and you really want to, I suggest it. It's a fantastic hobby. I just killed 2 hours in no time at all. Or if you really want to, you can support me, Trophies or Trees. I am looking to find someone, since I have zero artistic ability, to help me create a logo. And then once I come up with that, I can work on packaging and start getting these out. I've got clear little bags that I can work with. Other than that, hit me up. We can work something out. That's going to do it for tonight's video. I'm not sure what happened. Camera cut off. That's going to do it for tonight's video. Okay, I figured it out. When I say magic words, then it just kills it. That is all for tonight. Alright, you're still here. Check out my Instagram, Trophies or Trees Fishing. I'm doing a giveaway on worms once I get to 100 subscribers or followers on Instagram. Then I'm gonna pick somebody to win 2 bags of baits. Either something that I already have made, or we can work out a custom. And I'm thinking I'm going to do the same thing for YouTube. So please like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification. We can all grow together. Thank you for your support, everybody that's been here from day one, and everybody that keeps coming in. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. And we can make this work. Till the next time, y'all be good to each other.